Hi everybody, my name is Chad. I'm one of the co-founders of Purpose CPA. Today we're going to cover on how to pay your corporate taxes. Taking a look at the website here, I'm on CRA's website, and there are three ways to make payment. Paying online, which is the one that we prefer. It's the fastest. The second is pay by credit card, PayPal, Interact, and these methods here usually go through a secondary or third-party payment provider. And the last one is paying in person. We don't recommend these ones because you have to have, in most cases, you have to have a payment voucher. They will mail it to you, fill it out. You have to actually physically go to an office or mail a check out with the payment voucher. If you don't have a payment voucher, then you have to go on the site. As you can tell, it's a long process. So we definitely do recommend using the pay online. And they've made a lot of advances. So we'll show you how to do that very quickly. How to get to that, if you wanted to know, is to go canada.ca, revenue agency webpage, and you'll come to the CRA's website. Today we're going to be covering for payment for income taxes and for business income taxes, your corporate taxes. And make a payment and filing for corporate income taxes for your T2. And this is how you'll get to the website here. We're with CIBC, and your business banking account with most national banks, you will have a feature in there that will be paying and filing taxes, the government paying and filing service. This is different from the bill payments. So look for the feature or talk to your account manager with your bank to make sure that this is the government paying and filing services. How you'll know you have the service is that when you make the payment, it will show the codes that they have. And today we're going to be covering for corporate income tax, and there's also one for installment payments. Once you're in this service, select the one that you want to pay, corporate tax, tax due. And I've already made an entry. And so if you haven't made a payment with this service yet, you will need to put in your business number. How you know your business number is take a look at your T2. It should be in the front on the T2 Schedule 1. And you can also see it too. Usually on the top margins, you'll be able to see your business number. And it's then followed by the account number for corporate taxes is RC, usually followed by 4 more digits, usually 00001. So select the account that you want to pay for. Period ending is the corporate tax, the T2's, what the filed tax year end. Look again on the T2. It'll tell you what your year end is. In this case, it's we're using a last year's one. But this one, let's just say it's for this year, so 2021. Put in the amount that is also found on your T2 or on the letter by your external accountant. Payment amount and then payment date. And you can always set the payment date to a later date if you want. But let's just say it's $5,000. Let's set, I want to make a payment on Friday, usually the next business day. And that is it. Press submit and away you go. The other thing that you also want to pay is that if you have corporate tax installments, it is a good time to set it up while you're here. Once you have that information, you can actually set this up. So I can go pay, and the next period end that you want to set will be the next year's. You're paying ahead of time for next year's taxes. So period end for this example will be next year end. So it'll be September 2022 will be our next. Oops. And then I want to put down for interim. And now, not amount owing or payment on filing. I want to put down for interim. This is very important when you're setting your installment payments. So it will be for interim and then a payment date. What you can also do with this service, and this should apply for all the other major banks, is that I can set this as a payment for future for all the installment payments that I have to make. And the second method is my payment. And my payment, you have to see if your bank and the payment cards are accepted through this way, but I'm still able to show you how that's done. Very similar to the business banking way. And select the ones that you want to make for payment. Payment on filing is usually the ones after a T2 is done and you know the amount to pay. Balance due is the other method, and it's the one that is calculated when your payment is due before your filing is done. The other methods are interim, which is the installments that we covered. Very much the same way here. And amount owing. Amount owing is when you're assessed. You get a notice of assessment. They've taken a look at your file again, and there's maybe some extra that you have to make payment. That is when you use payment amount owing. We're going to do payment on filing, and it's the same items that you look out for. Your account number, which is your business number, and the RC and account number. Usually it's 0001. And the year end that we're making payment for, we're going to use the same last year end here. And let's say the amount is $5,000. These are your most important things to look out for. The account number, your business number, the period end that you're applying for, and the amount. Choose next, and you can confirm payment. And that is it. It'll take you to one of the payment methods that they've listed at the very beginning, which is Interact Online, Visa Debit, or Debit MasterCard. If you don't have those methods, then there's another method that I will show you right now. Okay, now that we covered payment through online banking and payment through the CRA's My Payment option, we're going to cover the method through Pre-authorized Debit. Back in Pre-authorized Debit, some tax filers may have a service to be able to make that payment. You'll need to complete the Form 185 with your tax filer before they can make that payment, and also provide a blank check so that they can make a withdrawal through your business banking account. The other way to do it is through the pre-authorized debit through your business account. You need to register for My Business Account with CRA. We're already on My Business Account, so I'll quickly show you how to do that. In your My Business Account, you want to go to for corporate taxes, select your corporate taxes on the left-hand navigation bar, or you can select corporate taxes through account details. I'll take you to your account and view and pay balances. When you're in this feature here, you'll be able to see making a payment option on the screen to make a payment. And let's say we'll do the same $5,000 again. Selecting the year end that you want to make a payment for. Again, one of the most important pieces is selecting the right year end that you want to make payment for. So proceed to pay, and you'll get the options to make a payment. The Visa, Debit, MasterCard, and Interact Online is the same thing that we showed you back through Make a Payment. Very, very similar, just a different portal. The one we want to do for a pre-authorized debit is to schedule one or more payment from the Canadian checking account. This is the one where we can schedule it through CRA's website and then enter your banking information. So have your checking account, the business checking account, like a blank check, or you may get the details from your account manager. Input those there and hit next. It'll take you through and process the payment. And it's as easy as that. And that about does it for all the payment options. That makes it really, really simple. Okay, we'll quickly cover the second payment method that we find it to be most efficient and fastest, and that would be here with pay by credit card, PayPal, or Interact e-transfer, and also paying using a service provider. This method here is very similar to the My Payment method here. If you were not able to use My Payment up here, you'll be able to use your payment through their third-party service providers. The one that we find is most effective is through Pay Simply. I'll take you to another site to be able to do it, and you want to pay for business taxes and corporate income taxes. And these are the same selections that you would have seen through making payment through online banking, or if you wanted to do my payment through my payment, is the different types of the accounts that you want to make it paying for. For year-end taxes, it's usually the payment on filing or the balance due. Interim is for installment payments, and after you do the year-end, do the payment on filing first, and then if you have installment payments that is prescribed for you, then do your interim payments after that. So same idea, pick on one and enter the information, your business number for the account, business name, and the most important part again is the year end, getting the year end correctly, and then amount, and I'll take you through the process and allow you to make a payment with your payment methods. It's credit cards and PayPal, and also Interact. It will be able to provide those for you. After you're done, then definitely you can come on back and make a payment for your installments. Get that already set into place so that you don't miss your installment payments. I'll quickly show you the other payment methods that they have, which will be through other payment providers. There's a whole list of other payment providers that can also file for your corporate taxes at year end. You just saw Pay Simply. Plastic is also another one that we like, and TellPay is also a very popular one that we like. It usually connects to a lot of the accounting systems that are out there, and the prices are really, really good. But do have a check to see if one of these payment providers, you may already be on one of these payment providers. Check with them, and they may already have a service that you can file the year-end corporate taxes with, and also the installment payments. The last way of making payment is through your financial institution. It's actually going to your financial institution or going to a Canada Post outlet to make a payment. But remember, you have to have a payment voucher. That covers it for paying your corporate taxes through to CRA. Thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions, do contact your account manager. And I hope this video has been very helpful in making it easy for you, and also easy to avoid any interest or payments that you may come across. Thank you so much for listening, and hope to see you in our next videos.